Hey guys, it's Tiffany, and you found me at Wise Skies. Wise Skies is a metaphysical counseling company. We offer sessions in astrology, human design, Akashic records, and tarot. And every Friday, we do Free Tarot Friday. So I'm going to go Aries through Pisces. Everybody's going to get a reading. I'm using the Golden Tarot by Kat Black. And before we get started, I just wanted to give you a heads up about the July astrology. Things still look pretty heated. We've got Mars entering Taurus, right? So that means Mars, it's making its way towards Uranus. So Uranus, the North Node, and Mars are all going to make a conjunction at the end of the month. And I think we're going to feel that early. I think we're going to feel that all month long. But the storyline, right, behind Uranus and the North Node have to do with tech upgrades, have to do with innovative changes, have to do with interesting twists of fate. And so even though it's a heated month, even though we are in the midst of the United States' second Pluto return, so 2 out of 3 this year, even though we are hitting some points in the astrology that are going to be reflected back to us in a louder way this October and November in the eclipse cycle, even though it's just unclear and things are really expensive and things are really hot, heated tension, stuff, electrical feelings, there's this moment of really, I guess, this really interesting moment at the end of the month. So, just wait. There's going to be a moment towards the end of the month that's going to be interesting. What else is going on? Venus is going to move into Cancer. That'll feel good. Mercury will enter Leo. So will the sun. Now, Chiron and Jupiter are going to retrograde in Aries. And so that's a whole other conversation we can have. But I know that today you're here for tarot. So I'll stop talking about the astrology and get down to business with the cards. And just starting with Aries, let's see what it is our Aries friends need to hear for the weekend ahead. Just clearing, finding some simple advice or guidance for our Aries. Just kidding, it's not simple. I get a Tower card, right? So when things are crashing down, when things feel like your world is turning over, when things, when there's really doesn't seem like there's a solution, right? This reminds me of the advice to jump out and grow wings on your way down. So you might just be needing to take a next step and not really knowing if it's going to turn into anything, right? The Tower card is when everything's crumbling around you. It can be very uncomfortable, that moment of uncertainty. And it looks like you're beating yourself up about it quite a bit. So this is when we're in a prison of our own making. So Aries, something that feels very difficult, very upside down, very stuck, like very much like, I don't want to be here. Where can I go? This isn't working for me. You know what I mean? And so what do you do in those moments? 2 of Cups. So this is hanging on to your love. So clinging to your lover, your loved one, your best friend, the god or goddess within. There's a lot of reunification of the god and goddess energy in the astrology in July. So have some faith, show some love, be the kind of partner you want to have, be the kind of employee that you want to, the employer that you want to work for, be the kind of person in your life that you want to show up for you, right? So there is a solution, and it starts with love. All right, Aries, let's clear the deck for our Taurus. See what our Taurus friends have to say. Clearing for Taurus. Okay. Sorry, thanks for your patience here. Yikes. Taurus, 3 of Swords reversed, 4 of Cups reversed. So this is feeling a little distant, a little apathetic, a little unclear about what's going on in your love life. And this is a chance to review kind of anywhere that you've had a broken heart. Is it real? Is the broken heart real? What are the facts? And what does it mean, right? And ask yourself those questions. What are you really separated from? Nothing, because you are the love of your life, right? But this feeling of detachment and apathetic and separated and distant, that's going to pass. So it's going to start with, again, love. So the answer being a choice to love. So what do you love? What are you in love with? And focus your attention there, and then more of that will grow, right? Let your love grow. Bellamy Brothers. Did they even write that? I don't know. Saw them in concert in Lubbock. All right, let's clear for our Geminis and see what it is our Geminis need to hear for the weekend ahead. All right, a little bit better information for the Gemini. So the Empress, this could be spending time with your mom or children. Could be doing some self-nurturing, spending some time in the garden, taking care of things, taking care of the most important relationships in your life. Now also doing nothing. So this could be a really relaxing weekend where you get to spend time nurturing the most important relationships in your life just by being, not doing anything. Maybe you learn something about their perspective. It helps give you some insight into something, but this isn't like a brain teaser or a let's go, do. This is really about cherishing the small moments in life with the people that you love the most. All right, Gemini. After you comes our Cancer. So just clearing for Cancer, seeing what it is our Cancer friends need to hear for the weekend ahead. All right, Cancer. So some of you just being really confident, being in action, ready to do something, having a full weekend ahead. Then we get the Three of Cups. And so it feels like, this feels like a dictator and everybody's not doing what you want them to do. You know what I mean? It feels like you've got a clear path, a clear plan, and people aren't just meeting those expectations. And so where can you not rely on them? Where can you be more clear? Where can you let go of expectations so there's no disappointment? Is there something you could outsource or do to somebody else? You know, this looks like a setup for control. Of course, we keep getting the cups here, and so the answer is always coming back to love. Have you been seeking to understand what's going on in their life before telling them what to do? Have they volunteered or have you voluntold them, right? And so just returning to love, what's their love language? Do you know? Does it need to be done? Is it important? Does it matter? These are the questions that might be helpful in navigating your weekend ahead. All right, after Cancer comes Leo. Just clearing the deck for our Leo friends. Some simple advice or guidance for our Leos. Clearing for them. What fell out was the Nine of Coins. It's a jumper. And the Three of Coins reversed. So the Nine of Coins and the Three of Coins reversed. Leos, this is about making your own way. This is about being creative and not following a business plan, not following a template, not following an agenda. You know what I mean? This is about letting your muse come through and doing business and life and love and family in a way that's really unique to you. So following your own star is going to be very important to you this weekend. So the second that you feel like you're in somebody else's template, I would say that's a clue for you to pause and check in with yourself. All right, after Leo comes Virgo. Just clearing for our Virgos, seeing what it is that our Virgos would benefit from hearing for the weekend ahead. Okay. Two of Swords reversed and a Nine of Coins. All right. So difficult decision, something that you feel is pulling you in two directions, something that is weighing you down, slowing you down, taking longer than you thought, but you're equipped and you're able to handle it. And so you were built for this kind of difficult decision work, these difficult moments in life. It's like almost you were waiting for it and then it happened. And so now it's like you're equipped for it, you're built for it, and you're navigating through things. Any hope for the Virgos? Yeah, we get a Wheel of Fortune. It is reversed. The Wheel of Fortune is turning. You know, the cycles of life are turning, and you're seeing that. And so sometimes that can be very poignant and difficult to witness. And sometimes it can be very beautiful and inspiring and empowering and you know, bringing clarity, really. So the Wheel of Fortune turning, I'm not sure whether it's in favor, if it's waxing or waning, if the moon is getting full or growing dim. I can't tell you the timing of this, but I do know that you're built for this and that you're handling everything really well. And so just keep focusing on helping yourself, and in helping yourself, you're helping everybody around you. It can be tricky sometimes. Okay, after Virgo comes Libra. Just wanted to let you guys know that I am teaching a Psychic Catalyst class today at 11 Central. So if anybody watching is interested, it's for our members and you can join at wiseskiescollective.com. All right, for our Libras. Six of Cups and Nine of Coins. So everybody, so like it looks like we're all on this path to individualization, which we are on through 2027. The astrology, the human design transits, everything is pushing more towards this individuality, knowing the self, right? the art of the self rather than the art of the tribe or the community. That's difficult to think about or listen to or hear. It's difficult to say, what's that going to look like? But with this many people getting 9 of coins, it's like, just keep doing for yourself and loving yourself up and supplying for yourself, taking care of yourself, and it lifts everybody up to be able to do the same. Now, in that same vein, Libras, we get a 6 of Cups, and this is the nostalgia card, the blast from the past. So spending time with some sisters or brothers or childhood friends or cousins or people that you grew up with down the street, even if it's a quick text or a phone call, it would probably do you some good to keep things simple and go back to a simpler time, even if it's just a quick reminder. I was going back through like the phone numbers that I can remember from childhood the other day, and I don't know. I mean, I wasn't like sitting there doing that by myself, right? But I was in conversation. I could remember our number, my best friend's number, and my aunt's number. And I think that's a lot because I don't remember any numbers anymore, phone numbers, like if I had to call you, I'd have to like look at my phone and find your name. So anyways, the idea here is reconnecting with a simpler time in life, simplifying something for yourself, streamlining, focusing, making things easier for yourself, Libras. What can you make easier? All right. After Libra comes our Scorpios. I'm part of the Scorpio tribe here. Let's see what the cards have to say, any practical advice or guidance for our Scorpios watching. Okay. So pretty much the same reading. 6 of Cups and the 9 of Cups. So keeping it simple. This is about you get your wish. So be careful what you focus on. Careful with your thoughts, right? Because they're going to expand exponentially. This is about keeping the faith. And so many of us have lost our faith this year, this season. It's been a difficult time to go through, all of the world changes, all of the food supply changes, all of the wars, the mass shootings, things that are difficult to navigate, to understand what's ahead. And so this is a card about keeping your faith, keeping the desire of your heart. So Scorpio, you have a desire of your heart. It was planted there for some reason, and just try to keep it simple. Maybe it's just simplifying the desire of your heart to a feeling, an essence tone. And this is just a reminder that you are seen and heard, that your prayers are being answered behind the scenes over time. All right, let's clear for our Sagittarius. See what our Sagittarius need to hear for the weekend ahead. Some simple advice or guidance that would help them on their journey. All right. Have you heard that song? I'm at war with myself. I think is it Drew Kennedy that sings it? This is what this setup reminds me of, right? So we've got a King of Coins where it's like, I know what I want. I'm going forward. I'm feeling supported. I have abundant mentality. Everything feels clear to me. And then here I am going to self-sabotage something, right? The Knight of Swords. I'm going to say something that I don't mean. I'm going to act in a way that is incongruent with what I know to be true. And so to me, it looks like some of our Sagittarius are at war with themselves. And what's the solution, right? The solution here, the Emperor. Okay, so the Emperor is typically associated with jobs, careers, working, but it's also associated with authority. And so I feel like there's a message about authority, about your money, about being at war with yourself, and that needs to be cleared up. It feels like something's out of alignment for you guys, and it's time to just clear it up. It's as simple as that. It's pretty straightforward. All right. Clearing for our Capricorns. What is it that our Capricorns need to hear for the week ahead? Weekend ahead. Thank you. Clearing for Capricorns. All right. A card of doing nothing and not feeling judged about it, right? So Capricorns, it looks like you might need some time off. Physically, emotionally, mentally, put something in the screw it bucket and just don't get it done. Just don't go all the way. Just don't do everything that you wanted to do. Take something off your list. There's a change of perspective needed and a change of pace, a change of energy. And I feel like it's just time to slow down and be more in reflection than action this weekend for you guys. Wouldn't that have been nice to have known earlier in the week before you made your plans, right? All right. So, all right, let's clear for our Aquarius. What is it that our Aquarius needs to hear for the weekend ahead? Just some simple advice or guidance, something that helps them with their path. Four of Wands reversed and a King of Cups. All right. So to me, this is about being emotionally secure and stable and taking care of yourself. And so I feel like maybe if you're, what do you do to take care of yourself emotionally, right? Or do you need to get to yoga? Do you need to get to Al-Anon? Do you need to get to a meeting room of some kind? Do you need to journal? Do you need to, what is it that you need to do to kind of clean up the mirror of the heart here and restabilize? It feels like something threw you off a little bit, maybe some triggers or some anxiety type stuff. And this is just a reminder to take care of yourself, whatever that means. It can mean not looking at the phone. It can mean taking a deep breath. It can be doing some deep breath work. It's not an item to check off your list. You know what I mean? It's about what do you need to do to take care of this person slowly over time. This is just a validation, a reminder of what you already know. Okay. And then clearing for our Pisces. What is it that our Pisces need to hear for the weekend ahead? Some simple advice or guidance. Okay. All right, Pisces. Struggle. The struggle is real, right? It's like you've been struggling and you finally put something down. This is the card of acceptance. I would say acceptance and not knowing, but you might know what the future is. You just might not have wanted to accept it. You know what I mean? This is the card of having the world in your hands and still you yearn. And so I feel like you've been holding out for something better, and that maybe you're slowly realizing that there's nothing better than things are right now. And so this is about shining, growing where you're planted. This is about shining in the darkness. This is about really not changing anything or doing anything or struggling, or it's like you're running yourself out of steam and energy in some way when everything's actually the best as it's going to be right now. So, you're not, I don't know, I feel like this is a big moment of acceptance for you with what is. And as soon as you drop the rope, as soon as you accept it, the next thing will appear. But this resistance to what is kind of keeping you down. All right, let's get a universal card in case none of that resonated with you guys. With some universal reading for anybody watching or listening to Free Tarot Friday today. Thank you for being here. All hearts are welcome. I know you have a lot of astrologers and tarot people to listen to, so I appreciate you being here. Again, I'm teaching a Psychic Catalyst today at 11 Central for our members. And if you'd like to learn more about our membership, you can check it out at wiseskiescollective.com. And let's just get our universal reading. Woo! All right, Five of Swords. So when you got a lot of options and you have a lot of internal conflict, when you could be anything, be nice. Okay? All right, love you guys. Have a great weekend. Hope to see you in the membership soon. Namaste.